What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style O.G. And on today's video, we're gonna talk about 15 easy things you can do to attract more women. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Rob Carter, salute. Now there's some obvious things us guys think we need to have or look like to grab women's attention. I know most guys think you gotta be dark, handsome, and 6 feet tall, or just drive a fancy car. Now don't get me wrong, those things will grab women's attention, but they're not quite as important as you may think. As a matter of fact, I've got a video about 10 things that aren't as important to women as men think. Check that link out in the description. But whether you agree with me or not about those things, they're not easy to come by. I'm never gonna be 6'5", and that fancy car is gonna take years of saving to get. But I'm here to tell you there's some easier things you and I can change about ourselves or pay more attention to that will grab a lot more ladies' eyes. And that's what I wanna share with you on today's video. On today's video, I got 15 things any guy can do right away to grab more attention from the ladies. So without any further delay, let's hop right into it. And as a side note before we get started, to the 6 ladies that now watch this channel, now we're up to about 6 women, back me up or let me know if I'm off base. The first thing any of us can do to attract the attention of more women is better body language. You might be repelling women without even knowing it by having a closed-off body language, making you uninviting to a potential lady. And simple things you can do to change that. First of all, don't stand with your arms crossed, hands out of your pocket, stand with your feet about hip-width apart, and have an open stance. These body language cues let women know that you're open to communication, that you're open to getting to know someone. Closed-off body language repels people. Open stance brings the ladies in. The next thing you can do to change the amount of ladies' attention you're getting, having better manners. Whether you know it or not, a new woman or someone who's around you a lot pays attention to how you treat others. To be honest, how you treat others, such as waiters, valet guys, or just people in general, can be very character revealing to a potential young lady. Quiet as kept, if you're out on a date with a young lady, pay attention to how she treats others as well. Manners are important for both men and women. And believe you me, the ladies are paying attention to how you treat others. Next up on the list of easy things you can do to attract more women is something to do when you're engaged in conversation with a potential young lady. Maintaining eye contact. And very importantly, maintaining eye contact throughout the conversation. If you're looking off too much, you appear aloof or disinterested. But don't stare right into her soul either. That can be creepy. A simple way to do it, maintain eye contact and have a slight smile on your face. This lets her know you're interested but friendly at the same time. And one last thing, don't stare her body up and down. Eyes up here, big fella. Next up on the list is a foolproof way to attract more ladies. That's developing a good sense of humor. Men, women, and children love being around people that make them feel good, laugh, and smile. And the ladies especially love a guy with a great sense of humor. But here's the thing, you don't have to be Mr. Chuckles or life of the party telling a bunch of jokes. Be playful, not silly. Be funny, not goofy. But if you want to easily win your way into more women's hearts, develop a sense of humor. Next up on the list is something I've been using since I was a teenager and is still not out of style. You want to attract more women? Be a gentleman. Especially in these days when less and less guys are gentlemen, it will make you stand out. It's not going to kill you to open a few doors. Offer a lady a jacket if the temperature drops. I don't care what anyone says, chivalry is not dead. A woman that's truly interested in you will not hit you with the I can do things myself stuff. She says that's for guys she doesn't like. If she's interested in you, she'll appreciate if you're a gentleman. Next up on the list is something that any guy can do right away. That's making sure you stay on top of your grooming and your hygiene. Now, although this is a style channel, you can be the best dressed with the greatest shoes. It really won't matter if your breath stinks. Make sure you're getting that regular haircut. Take care of those fingernails and hands. Make sure you're visiting that dentist on a regular basis. When you want to grab the attention of more women than other guys, it's the small details that matter. And your grooming and hygiene are things she's definitely paying attention to. So no matter how smooth you may be, how good you look, you walk up on that woman with that bad breath, you're out of the game. Now, next up on the list is something I recommend on this channel all the time that will definitely make you stand out and grab more attention for the ladies. Start wearing cologne. Believe it or not, over 80% of men don't wear fragrance at all. That gives you an advantage right there. And on top of that, like I always like to remind you guys, women have stronger sense of smell. And they attach memories and emotion to scent. And one of the things I absolutely love about wearing a great fragrance, it allows you to attract more attention without having to say a thing. For you guys out there that want to start wearing cologne but need some recommendations, I'll leave a link in the description to a video I recently did about 10 colognes women love for 2020. But whether you grab a cologne off that list or another one, you definitely want to wear fragrance. It'll attract more ladies. Next up on the list is something I'm currently working on. As a matter of fact, it seems like I'm always working on. If you want to grab more attention from the ladies, lose 5 to 10 pounds. Now notice I didn't say get in phenomenal shape. Lose 5 to 10 pounds. The reason why I say that, especially for ladies that you're around a lot, they're gonna notice you losing weight before you do. You may be too much in the weeds trying to lose 30 or 40, but that 5 or 10 will be noticeable to the ladies around you. And it will communicate to ladies that you care about yourself. You're doing something to improve your health. You may be under the impression that to attract more ladies, you gotta have some 18-inch biceps and a six-pack ready to go. Average woman is looking for a guy who cares about his health and is looking to make improvements. Next up on the list is something I'm constantly reminding you guys to do, and it definitely will attract more women. Improve your listening skills. Now I'm gonna be a bit of a traditionalist here and remind you that ladies like to talk a little bit more than we do. And one thing ladies definitely don't like is a guy that talks about himself all the time. One of the cliches I'll often recommend, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen twice as much as you talk. Now that doesn't mean you don't engage in conversation, just don't dominate conversation. Easy rule of thumb, I like to ask 2 questions for every 1 question the young lady might ask. A foolproof way to be more successful for the ladies, learn how to be a better listener. Next up on the list of easy things you can do to be more attractive to the women is something I suggest you do for yourself anyway. You want to become more well-read. Now, I've been a voracious reader my entire life, and I've found that it's had many benefits. For one, being well-read makes you able to engage in a wide range of conversation topics. It allows you to exchange ideas with a young lady. It allows both of you to learn from one another. And believe you me, one of the things that women find very appealing is intelligence. Picking up a book or 2 is a direct route to improving your intelligence and improving your chances of attracting young lady. Now next up on the list, of course, I couldn't go too far without mentioning this one. It is a style channel after all. You want to attract more women? Improve your style. Now listen, I'm not telling you need to run out and be the suited and booted guy. Just make subtle changes in your wardrobe. If you're the jeans and t-shirt guy all the time, throw on a pair of chinos. Make sure you're always wearing clean and modern shoes. The cliche that women love a sharp-dressed man rings true. Chances are you're not going to get any taller, you're not going to develop this Greek god body overnight. But being stylish is a great way to improve your appearance overnight and attract the attention of more women. Next up on the list is the one that might be the easiest and one you can definitely implement immediately. Improve your posture. Now the thing about having good posture is that it communicates confidence. Being slouched over with bad posture indicates a lack of confidence. Having good posture, for example, a couple of things, shoulders back, chest out, head up, indicates a guy with confidence and purpose. And believe you me, one of the most appealing things to the ladies is a man who has self-confidence. Having bad posture communicates the opposite. The women will watch you walk through the room. When you do it with good posture, you're catching more ladies' eyes. Next up on the list is another easy thing to do to improve your communication skills and attract more women. Make sure you are always being present. What do I mean by that? When you're engaged in conversation with young ladies, Make sure you're paying attention to your conversation. Don't check your phone every 2 minutes. Don't let your eyes wander searching the room. If you remain present, it will make the young lady feel like she's the most important thing in the world at that time. And that's what you should do when you're having communication with a young lady or anyone for that matter. No one likes to feel like they're the second or third thing on your mind, especially the ladies. With all the outside stimulation we have in today's world, sometimes it can be difficult to be present. But if you want to engage more women, make them feel important and more attracted to you, make sure you remain present. Next up on the list of easy ways to attract more women is something that works in the beginning and throughout relationships. Being a man who is adventurous and spontaneous. Now, it's easy for men or women to get caught up in your everyday rut doing the same thing over and over. That can be boring and make you boring. Instead, be open to trying new places, new foods, develop a new hobby. Just be willing to try new things. This makes you a more exciting person. And in turn, this makes you more appealing to more women. Nobody likes a boring guy. So don't get caught in those ruts of doing the same things over and over. Want to attract more attention from the ladies? Be adventurous and spontaneous. Next up on the list, a very simple thing to do to attract more women: don't be in a rush. Here's what I mean by that. When you're getting to know a young lady, don't put too much pressure to make you get serious too soon. Allow things to develop, both relationship-wise and physically. Nobody likes to feel rushed. You don't have to be over-eager. If she's truly interested in you, the relationship will develop on its own pace. Don't rush her. This carefree but interested demeanor will attract many more women. And last but certainly not least, on my list of 15 easy things you can do today to be more attractive to women, be a man of purpose. This one is very key. Women love a goal-oriented man, someone who's purpose-driven, who's always looking to improve himself financially, physically, emotionally, and otherwise. You don't have to be the complete package. None of us are. But don't be the lazy guy on the couch complaining, waiting for life to improve with no action. So not only should you incorporate the other tips I recommended throughout today's video, do everything you can to be on purpose, to improve yourself, and be the best you can be. You'll attract more ladies. Okay, so there you have it. 15 easy ways you can attract more women. Make sure you let me know in the comment section if you have any recommendations that I might have left out. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, hit that like button. Helps the channel to grow. And of course, tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos we release every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'll check you out the next time.